Hello YouTube and welcome to my guide on Kha'Zix. I am TheShmoJoe. We're going to be going through his abilities, how to use them, some tips and tricks, and runes, masteries, the usual. So for runes and masteries, I go an AD mage type of page. I go 5 AD marks, 4 armor pen marks, 3 attack damage quintessence, armor yellows, and magic resist flat for blues. For masteries, I go another AD mage type thing. I go 21-9. I find that this gives him a lot of damage and burstiness that he needs to succeed, especially during the laning phase. Now for skill order, I like to max ultimate first, then Q, then W, then E. I find that maxing Q in lane gives you your best shot at winning the lane. Usually you can win lane if you can outplay your opponent. Maxing Q first makes last hitting easier. I like it so you can stack your tier faster. There's lots of reasons I like playing with Q max first. I max W second because the heal is really nice and the poke can be used to kill people that you normally wouldn't be able to kill. Like if you were getting if you wouldn't be able to get close enough because of the surrounding friend or the surrounding enemies or whatever. It's important to use that ability wisely, I guess, because sometimes the heal would have saved your life and won you the fight. So you got to use it when you know it's the most useful. It just takes practice to learn how to do that. His next ability is jump. I put my second evolution point in the jump for the reset whenever I get a kill or an assist. That's really good for engaging and disengaging, because as Kha'Zix you need to be in and out of the fight quite often, just so you're not taking a whole bunch of damage. He takes a lot of practice to get used to, but once you do, you can really wreck faces with him. It's pretty cool. You'll notice in this fight, I had to do a lot of moving and stuff to get in and out of the fight. It's important that I'm able to do that, and that's why I get my point, or my second evolutionary point, into the E, so that I can move around during the fight, because I can't stay in there and tank, but I deal tons of damage, and if it wasn't for me dealing so much damage, we would have probably lost that fight. In this example, my E let me get in on Rumble when he made a mistake and overheated, which allowed me a free kill. It's just uses like that can really make the difference. In this clip, we have a team fight where I wasn't there at the very beginning, but when I come in, my ultimate, my R ability, which lets me go invisible for a couple minutes, actually saves my life, because if they were focusing more damage onto me, I wouldn't have survived that with the Orianna ult. And then it also allows me to get another kill. However, I made a mistake. I didn't use my E when I should have. It was reset when I killed Orianna, and I could have used it to jump away from Alistar. I like to build Kha'Zix as almost a complete assassin with one defensive item. So usually my opener for him is Fairy Charm, 5 health pots, and 1 ward. Or, if I know I'm going to be building Ninja Tabbies, I go Cloth Armor and 5 health pots. No matter what items I started with, I always build tier first. Using my Q to stack my tier and CS at the same time is really convenient and is one of the main reasons I like to play Kha'Zix. And then I build right into Brutalizer, and then into Last Whisper, and then I finish Manamune. By that time it should be somewhat decently stacked, and that'll make it so you can get it nice and finished stacked. And you'll deal tons of damage. After that, it's into building a Randuin's, all the while keeping an eye out when it is a good time to buy boots and what type of boots. Depending on what you're facing, and depends on what type of boots you should get. If you're facing a mostly AD team, then Ninja Tabbies are probably your best bet. However, if you are really far ahead, and it's up to you to carry the team, you can go cooldown boots. Or, if they have a lot of CC or magic damage, you can go the magic resist Mercury Treads. And for your final item, it really depends on your opponents. If you need more health, then you could go Warmogs, or you could go Sunfire Cape. If you need more magic resist, you could go Hex Drinker into Mauve Malmortius, or you could go Bloodthirster if you need more damage. These are all viable options and should be used at different times. One of the most important things to remember when playing Kha'Zix is using your passive to its fullest potential. Auto-attacking and dealing that magic damage is almost half of your damage. So you need to reset it every time you use it so that it's ready for the next fight you have, because you never know when you're going to need it. In this example, I'm able to get close enough to do an auto-attack and get out. Now, I traded more damage to him than he did to me, which is important, and then I immediately went to the nearest bush and reset it. It's important to do that so that you can have it ready for when you need it. The most important thing to remember when playing Kha'Zix is knowing when to engage. He's all about calculated aggression, and in this I can see that Jax is low on mana, which gives me an opening to kill him. Now, the most important thing is, before you engage, you calculate everything. Where's the jungler at? What are my chances of killing him? You gotta keep these things in mind when you're fighting him. And I see the jungler over by the dragon. And so Jax comes out, and so I wait for him to do something. He activates his E, and so I use my ultimate to get away from it. And then I do my damage to him. And with him having no mana, he can't really get away from me. And I save my jump for when he tries to jump away, which just basically secures me a kill without even having to use my flash. This makes it really nice for me and an easy kill. Thank you for watching. This has been TheShmoJoe. Take it easy.